the spear as he goes around the bend. But I think they know exactly where he is, especially with Scout roaming all the way around with the Ghost. As Raptors actually go flash and say, well, you got to trade your flash if you want to get me in, that he will. So first blood is given over
soon, and that's when they can really start to impact the map.
Sponge actually down a level here, just going to get Cataclysm. Doesn't want to have to flash out of this. And does a bit of damage to Raptor. Flashes into the bush just to die.
Just flashed out the Cataclysm.
Just going to go ahead and take a Drake with the pressure he has in bot. As in they go on the Scout, and here is the Jarvan once again, and Sponge actually is roaming up from the river. Raptor getting pretty low himself, as even from downtown gonna force him into an awkward spot, and that allows Scout actually to pick up the kill.
Yeah, I think that's right. Had a look at the Mantra W, that's a long route.
And now we're gonna see the route come in, and Diable not gonna finish him off just yet. Kellen does flash away. Route comes in from the Rise as Taeyeon extremely low, and now we got a very fast Rise. Just gonna flash on over and say, I will take kills number 3 and number 4, thank you very much.
I honestly wasn't sure about...
We do see that Raptor is in mid once again. Still don't have this first Drake taken. I would have assumed that Sponge at some point would have been able to, but now he gets sweeped over the wall and kind of just combo down. He is able to shield up and flash, but it's still not enough to save his life. As Vikla is feeling pretty good about his Azir, also has 2 kills under his belt, and will actually be able to match Scout in terms of power.
Another time where Sponge gets picked off around mid.
Able to be proactive on Pantheon, especially with the Rise that's in this position, just feels really rough. As now we have a TP coming in and the Pantheon, so eventually Clear will die. They're using quite a lot to take him down. They're going to give this kill over to Diable as he picks up his first.
Yeah. I also like the fact they went for the tower first to make the kill really easy. And Pleda keeps going for the Mantra W, which, I mean, for Karma players seems like a no-brainer, but the amount of Karma is like...
During play-by-play, I feel like maybe 0.01% would know what I'm talking about. Kingen doesn't have flash, and now he's just dead. And Vikla and Raptor have just been playing together this whole game. They're like, no, we're...
Still miles away right now. Your AD carry is going to be very late.
Yeah, I mean, Bubble also going to miss. Kellen gets poked out a bit.
TP flank coming in. Sion's right behind them.
Yeah, we have the tidal wave as well, looking to catch the 2 of them, and that he does into the bubble. FearX set up nicely as, what was that? They realm warped right into their death, at least for Sponge. They realm warp in, and they're like, here, take my jungler. Goodbye.
Super confusing plays.
Here, he's like, no, I get to play with Raptor. He's my duo.
Yeah, this time Sponge delivers himself. And then Kingen just leaves.
See you, nerd. Wait, he has the Rift Herald. Surely he just... No.
Oh my God.
He's dead. I mean, it's the right play, but it's still hilarious.
Man, the solo laners are doing Sponge. FearX put down is relieving Feldep. Gonna pick up the Mountain Dragon here.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty difficult to just run at them, even with your Fed Rise. Okay, they're going to look for Vikla, but 0 follow-up. And in goes Clear. Bubble is going to get flashed. Diable gets stunned, and he's just dead. And that's the guy that you really need to protect at this point. Sponge also going to fall apart once again. As they get the couple of kills, they get the turret, and now they can just go back to taking that Drake that they wanted.
Yeah, Nongshim try and snap, force, and engage with the Pantheon route. Stun, sorry.
And Nongshim just really have not figured it out right now. And even though they had that lead, they're just not able to capitalize at all.
Yeah. Oh, they're looking for a play now in a Vikla.
Yeah, but like, who's flanking who here? I think Sponge might die again. Yeah, no, I don't think it. I know it. He's dead. Kellen gets focused, but he's not the main target. Double flash taken by Vikla, as Vikla will die. But at the same time, I think FearX are okay with it because they have a big lead here with the rest of their members. Taeyeon has a front line, and he has a full health bar, and he's just able to hop forward. Diable's like, where did my team go? As Pleta is able to stick right next to him, and FearX win a nice fight.
I think there's a couple of things going on here. I think the Sion is proving to be significantly more useful than the Jace. And I think
seen that coming off.
I think anyone in this game is proving to be more useful than Sponge right now. This Pantheon is not offering up much.
All right, they're looking for a turn here. There's the knock-up into Diable right on the corner.
You know what? Yeah, I do think the Sion is being significantly more useful than the Baron. It's looking like they might finish Baron. Scout's moving over. Can Realm Warp in to help.
I mean, Sponge technically could just ult. Instead, they're going to go for the turn here as they find Sponge once again. Scout kind of on his lonesome on the bottom side of this one. Nearly takes Taeun down. And now he got an ace in the hole, but that just leaves Diable wide open for the sweep. As at least Scout is able to trade that one back. He's got the shielding from the Karma. We got two fights going on, essentially. Taeun trying to own this one on the bottom side, and Clear going 1v2 at the end of the day after Raptor falls. And it's messy, but I suppose BNK FearX just barely get the better end of that one.
I mean, it ends up being a 2-for-2. FearX, so...
Yeah. Do you remember game number 2 of T1 versus Genji that we
hit someone? He will do so much damage. And they are starting Baron. You know what? That might be your window, Scout. I would suggest you make your way over there. Not with the Realm Warp. It was just a minion.
Not sure about that ult in from Sponge. Just now Clear is going to go... okay. Kind of looks awkward there, but he does get behind the team, and also Sponge is dead. So they got Sponge as he ulted in kind of by himself.
Oh, that was huge.
King and actually...
Yeah, King and trading
that's the jungler.
No smite makes it so risky to go for the Baron. I thought he was just dead, but he actually turns it around pretty well. And now trying to defend here. Scout is waiting for an opportunity. They will just pick up the mid tower. Sponge is currently 0-7-3.
Just run at them. I feel like he needs someone to either run into him or for Sponge to send
they're going.
it. And speaking of which, he is going to send it. And the bubble is going to hit immediately. So Sponge just kind of has to get out of there immediately. As now they're going to turn in. The sweep catches both, and that's the one carry you were trying to play around. Although they did finally kill Clear. Did Gnomes him on the top side of this fight.
Yeah, Scout just throws it all out before he goes around mid.
Trying to keep Clear around. It's not really going to work, but Scout just walks up through the lack of vision, nearly takes Vikla down. Just like that, as Sponge goes in, puts up the Aegis, and dies. They get a flank, though. They're able to get in behind Taeun, who says, okay, I'll take you down with me. Double kill here for Vikla, and nobody is able to take down Taeun at the end of the day. A very broken engage from Gnomeshim that started off well, but FearX take them down.
Scout tries to snipe Vikla there, but unfortunately, him and Taeun are just too strong right now, able to turn it around. Realm Warp attempt was pretty cute, but unfortunately, they just don't really have a front line to offer any resistance. The 0-8-4 Pantheon not doing so hot, and BNK FearX will take first blood in this matchup and start the series 1-0. Taeun 8-1-8, feeling pretty good. I think BNK FearX are about that trade right now.
At least here for game number 1, you can see that Sponge very frustrated there on the camera. We know what he can do. It's just the objective the next time around. At least they get that stacking.
Much earlier than the Drake's last game, which were pretty late in coming through. Chemtech, Dragon seconds, no Chemtech Soul.
I thought maybe he would just head top. He might still go there after the Krugs. We'll have to wait and see. Has, yeah, going very aggressive here as King and is about to hit that Meganar, and now Sponge is level 6, looking to come on over here. Clear gonna have to pull the trigger on this one. Has his Nefiri nearby, but that is Meganar, as now the flash away. In he goes again, back to his Nefiri, as now Raptor is in the thick of things, but the Galio comes in, gets interrupted, but it does not matter, as Raptor will fall. It's 2 kills to Sponge just like that.
Already, this game is going
Indicates he's not a real ghost. But I don't know.
All right, Ghost Police.
Okay, they're going to go in. There's the combo. As the Wild Growth is going to get in on a Taeun who is just being hounded down by, funnily enough, not the Hound, just the Nocturne. Here comes Scout as he says hello. It doesn't really do a whole lot, as there's the combo from Gnomeshim and a long dotted line. And Raptor can also just try to steal and then hop out, potentially, and he's not quite going to get there.
Okay, I definitely think he's going to be more aggressive with his steal attempt there. I mean, Nefiri is so hard to pin down with the dash and the on-target abilities, but I guess he was a little concerned about the Nocturne flying in on him. Now Vikla has found a flank.
This is kind of interesting. I mean, he's just going to hop as the Miasma comes out, and now the Olaf is in a lot of trouble, looking for that kill on a King because he can't run away, and it is just King to pick it up. As Vic is like, well, my job here's done.
You know, sometimes we get these counters in the LCK. You know, we saw the Zyra into... I'm not being convinced here
All right, they're looking for the play on Avikla. The taunt comes in, and this Nocturne just keeps on picking up kills. This time it is Scout, though. That does take it down. And it always feels like Raptors nearby, like trying to help and trying to do things, but not quite able to.
He could ult Scout.
Yeah, he could. Looks like he will do just that, as that will be the kill. But now the Fear comes in, and he just knows that there's no real escape. He's going to try to flash as well, but yeah, eventually I think Sponge just gets him with the follow-up Q.
Can he dodge it?
Nope. Not going to happen. Sponge now 4-0.
The Cassiopeia is going to ult you when you're about to hit Mega Gnar. Suspicious. A suspicious situation.
Yeah. Very strange. Clear could try to run down Scout here, who only has the Hollowed Radiance. He's going to flash under turret as the Nocturne's in the bottom lane. That is going to be the kill for both of them. As Sponge also got one down here in the bottom side.
Yeah, full magic resist Galio, not really holding up too well against the Olaf. Not the best lane assignment. And Galio sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you see King getting some pressure on the bot side in return? Picks up that tower. Player walks up to him and just knows he can't do anything. Not a good spot to be in for the Olaf. That's another tower picked up by the Gnar. Pretty short cooldown. It's not going to be up in time, though.
Yeah. So
but the Combat Herald actually lasted long enough. I thought it was less time than
Lasts pretty long. And you can see some chunking out already happening. Scout just getting ready to ult into the fight. As Raptor's like, here I go.
Not the highest value.
Yeah, he went, and now he has to flash over the wall to try to get the smite, and he will be able to as the Miasma gonna zone Sponge out pretty well. The Galio ult does come in. By the way, Kingen is dead. He is the first one to go down. Also, Sponge very low. Taunt gonna be used. Doesn't hit anyone, and now Raptors looking to get in there. But has to be a little bit careful. 4 members of Gnomeshim all grouped up. But maybe looking for Sponge, that would be a very excellent shutdown. As he gets in, he gets out, as the big dog does. But that is going to be the flash away from Sponge.
Bit of a weird one, I'll be honest. The Dragon's picked up by BNK FearX, which is huge. We see Kingen getting kind of shredded by Vikla. But the...
yeah, I think he... okay, one hit.
Okay, then ult in. But it wasn't ulting in on an engage, it was just ulting in on a retreat, so...
Yeah.
And now they're starting Baron.
They're trying to go in on Vikla, as he is going to get quite knocked up here. A lot of damage going into the Cassiopeia, and that will be good for a kill here for Gnomeshim. Taehoon is trying to frontline, but Diable does a good job of trading that back. Diable pretty low himself, but he has barrier. Scout now on the flank. But, yeah, that was all before Clear was actually back up and capable of fighting.
Now we're kind of seeing the long-term payoff of burning the flash on Vikla. You know, in the short-term.
And then he'll hit Mega Gnar at the exact right moment, right before they kill him, and then, like, hit 3 people to the wall. As here's the combo once again, straight into the Galio as well, but a lot of health being healed here by Vikla. Eventually, he does go down, but look at this! As Sponge is alone in the back line, and everybody else got shredded by Taehoon, as they went a little bit too deep just to kill Vikla.
And look at the Olaf.
Now the Olaf is actually doing things. He gets to play the game. Look at Olaf go. Wow.
You know what? Perhaps I judged too soon on the Olaf. Clear, bounce. But the problem is Sponge then goes aggressive on Taehoon, and Taehoon just retreats the tower. And Sponge can't chase any further. Ends up getting shredded down.
But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like you're going straight line into Vikla, and yeah, you eventually take him out, but like provide a front line for the Kog'Maw, and you win the game front to back. But it requires a certain level of teamwork for everybody to press their buttons at the same time and acquire the right targets that Gnomeshim have shown, I feel like, up until this point. But yeah, that last team fight was pretty rough.
4. And it only matters if you get the 4.
Yeah, it's very true. The individual Drakes themselves not going to be a huge difference maker. And all of a sudden, just like that, I mean, one big team fight into a Baron. BNK FearX mainly in the lead here. There are definitely still ways for Gnomeshim to press their buttons even from behind. But definitely not going to be as easy as it may have been. We're going to try to siege this turret with the last dying seconds.
Kingen's got Mega, they might just go.
Gotta try something. Well, maybe not that. As he went, but nobody followed,
yeah.
And he went out.
When I said they might just go, I did think it would be
A big chunk of damage.
Yeah, the Cassiopeia is so scary to deal with.
I mean, that was like 1 Q and 1 E. It wasn't even like a
Yeah.
crazy like rotation. Diable does have a lot of shields and stuff like that, so surely he'll be okay, right? He's already taken a lot of damage. Sponge goes in, he's got the Galio, and there's the follow-up. We do not have an R-bar right now, so the timing not exactly ideal. Going down should be Diable at this point, as in goes the Olaf, and out goes the Olaf. Zoning Olaf, good job, Olaf. Taeyu now, he's got that front line, he's pushing forward. They took out Sponge, and now the rest of the Gnome Team is just on the escape. Raptor here on the side, they get the taunt down onto Taeyu, who gets extremely low, but still stays alive, as nobody's really able to follow up after the fact. And Scout's like, wow.
Wait, Clear's back.
Yeah, Clear actually TP's back into the play with that long TP timer that he's got, and he's able to get the kill on the Scout.
They just get cleaned up. Dragon secured by BNK FearX, and now even in kills, 5,000 Sponge is alone in the middle of 4. And then just comes to the chase down, and that's Baron.
Okay, well, nice try by Sponge. Honestly, I think you do kind of have to send this, especially because there's no, other objective that they can get while he's down.
Yeah, a little bit late, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anymore. They've been left on the roadside.
Yeah.
In the dust.
Nobody and nothing in sight. Yeah, it just feels like this is one of the frustrations you run into when you're a slumping team, where it just feels like nothing is going right. We know that the individual parts and even the parts together are better than this. We've seen it, but we're not seeing it currently. So BNK FearX, some struggles for them. Wasn't the cleanness way to make their way to a potential victory here if they end up cleaning up this game. But a win's a win, I suppose. If they do get it. Clear's on the flank. He's looking to be zoning Olaf again. It's been very fun to watch him try to have an impact on this game. Bit of poke being traded between the two of them. And I feel like Diable's realized that, okay, I can't quite position as aggressively as I was before. Or I thought he realized it. And now he's going to position aggressively once again.
Trying to get those autos in, but so far behind. Oh, going in.
Going in and going out. He
Wow.
dies like so quickly now. It's kind of incredible. I think the Nocturne is kind of expired in this game, unfortunately.
I think the game might have expired.
Yeah. It is what it is, as they say.
It was us thinking this might be a 6-game day. Nongshim really made the early game competitive, this one, but
Oh, there's a TP behind them. King in with GA and Meganar to come in. He's going to get chunked out big time. Doesn't do a whole lot. Lands a stun on a Vikla, and that's about it. And Vikla and Clear, actually, just going to run forward and actually get a bunch of damage done onto Diable. Zone him away as they look to try to end this game. Got to just push in. Scout just TP'd from somewhere. Not sure exactly where. Diable trying to get in there, not even able to take out Vikla, and that is going to be the end of this series. BNK FearX do pick up the 2-0 tonight over Gnome Team.
an unfortunate game for